have a brother who's 57 and has the mental and motor skills of a 1-year-old. And I have a step-granddaughter who was born with Down syndrome. And I've got another step-grandson who is very autistic. Their mothers and people who are in that society, who are in that community, will tell you that they considered suicide because that's how difficult it is to get help. How can I be Catholic and still think this is a wrong decision? Because I'm American.
How disgusting, using her own family members as examples of what? Those who should have been in Borden and weren't? But this is personal and not merely political to so many people, including our next guest. When Congresswoman Kat Cammack's mother was pregnant with her, she was advised by doctors to have an abortion. But her mother declined, chose life, and now her daughter is not only the youngest female Republican in Congress, but the co-chair of the pro-life caucus. Congresswoman, it's great to see you tonight. I'm sure you can appreciate a day like this better than most. Talk about that.
Absolutely. This has been an incredible day, one that we've talked about for so long, and I say to so many people that the pro-life movement is so important to me, not only for my personal story and that of my family, but because the pro-life movement, the pro-life generation that I represent, we're here today and we believe in this movement in large part because of science. The law has finally caught up to the science. And today was a momentous day, an incredible victory for the sanctity of life, but also the sanctity of our Constitution. And I know so many people, so many advocates across this country are sleeping soundly, knowing that their years of hard work and prayer and every effort that they have given to this cause will continue to save lives and provide a better voice, a louder voice for Americans all across this country in communities as this issue returns to the states.
Now, listen to some of your fellow congresswomen.
There is a war out there, and we need to recognize that we've got to armor up.
That's right. This is not a drill. This sets a dangerous precedent that would allow the court to undermine other fundamental human rights. There's no low that these people won't go.
This is a war. It's time to armor up. What is that?
It was a pretty wild experience being on Capitol Hill today, Laura. I was walking past camera crews where some of my colleagues were doing interviews, saying comments like that, saying ridiculous statements like we heard Ms. Navarro commenting about the need for abortion so that families could abort a potentially special needs child, which is incredibly beyond the pale and disgusting beyond belief. I heard other comments like this is restricting health care to women. That's not true. We all know that abortion is not health care. And I look back on the story from my own life, how my mom had a stroke at the age of 27 and was told then she would never be able to have kids again. And for sure, she would not survive, nor would I. And so years later, she finds herself in a very, precarious situation, and she chooses life. She makes that brave decision against all odds, against the advice of doctors. And so I look at the situation, these awful, horrific comments where my colleagues are saying this is healthcare. No, that's not healthcare. We are a country that is based on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and it starts with life. So today has been an incredible day. It returns this issue to the state, it's always been, and I couldn't be more proud of the efforts of the pro-life community.
Congresswoman, so great to see you tonight. We really, really appreciate it.